Public Broadcasting hosted the only debate of this election cycle for South Dakota's lone House seat.
That debate between Republican Congressman Dusty Johnson and Libertarian Duprel allowed both candidates to differentiate themselves from voters, particularly on social issues. State House reporter Austin Goss takes a look at some of the highlights for us tonight.
My name is Duprel, and I'm running for United States Congress. I am a rancher from outside of Sturgis, South Dakota, and for 5 generations, my family has been doing what is the agricultural backbone of our state.
Duprel is the only thing that stands between incumbent Dusty Johnson and a third term in the U.S. House, after the Democratic candidate dropped out. And while he faces an incredibly narrow path to victory, Johnson's war chest and name ID are both much higher, Duprel managed to stake out a position Thursday evening against Johnson, like on abortion.
I'm unapologetically pro-life. I think that that is a life in the womb, and I think it's worthy of protection. And listen, that's the approach that we take to life anytime it's out of the womb.
We have both kind of drawn our line in the sand because this is going to let the South Dakota voters decide. They decided in 2006 and 2008 that they were going to keep it legal, and that's what I'm going to do too.
Or on another social issue like gay marriage. Johnson voted against a Democrat-backed bill to affirm a right to gay marriage.
Gay marriage is the law of the land. And I know there are some people who are trying to raise concerns that might not be the case, but even in our conservative U.S. Supreme Court, 8 of the 9 justices make it clear that it is the law of the land.
I think that the right to people to marry whoever they want is an American right. That's the reality. We shouldn't dictate to people what they do with their private lives. And for the minute and 30 seconds my opponent had to address that question, he spent more than a minute of it talking about things unrelated to the question.
Now Johnson, who enjoys a consistently high popularity rating in the Rushmore state, will look to fend off what Duprel hopes is a coalition of voters on November 8th.
I'm not a Republican. I'm not a Democrat. I am a Libertarian. And that means that when I go to D.C., I'm going to be in the power position because both main parties are going to want to work with me, and they're going to want to get my vote. And the reality is I'm not going to get marching orders from the minority leader or the majority leader. I'm going to make a vote for South Dakota every time.
The full debate is available to view on South Dakota Public Broadcasting's website. In Sioux Falls, Austin Goss, Dakota News Now.